Ants in the house. Don't ignore the shocking spiritual meaning no one told you about. Hello, and welcome to the Portal dos Anjos Divinos channel. You have been chosen. It is a pleasure to have you here today for another moment of reflection, inspiration, and motivation. On this channel, we share messages from the angels to illuminate your journey, bringing peace and serenity to your day. If you are seeking a deeper connection with the divine, if you feel that there is something more to be discovered between the lines of life, then you are in the right place. Subscribe now so you don't miss the divine messages that we have prepared with so much love for our family of light. Have you ever stopped to think that those little ants that appear in your home could be much more than just insects? What if I told you that they carry profound messages sent directly to you from the spiritual plane? Get ready to unravel a mystery that could transform your perception of everyday life and reveal secrets about your own journey. Stay with us until the end, because what you are about to discover is surprising and could be exactly the guidance you need at this moment in your life. This is an invitation to look together beyond the veil, to interpret the whispers of the universe that reach us in the most unexpected ways. Believe me, there is a subtle magic operating around us, and ants are little keys to great revelations. Often, in our busy routines, immersed in worries and responsibilities, we tend to ignore the small signs that the universe and the angels send us. We rush through life without noticing the discreet miracles that happen at every moment. But what if I told you that the presence of ants in your home is not just a matter of cleaning or pest control, but rather a call, a coded message from the spiritual plane, especially for you, who have a heart open to divine wisdom? Yes, that's right. Ants, these small and seemingly insignificant beings, are powerful messengers, carrying with them ancestral lessons and celestial guidance. They are like little antennas capturing vibrations and bringing important messages for our development. Have you ever wondered why a trail of ants suddenly appears in a specific corner of your home, or why they insist on a certain food, even when there are other options available? The answer may be far beyond what your physical eyes can see, far beyond materialistic logic. Angels, in their infinite wisdom and unconditional love, use the most diverse means to communicate with us, and nature is one of their favorite channels. An open book full of symbols and teachings. Ants, with their impeccable organization, their tireless persistence, and their ability to work in community, are symbols rich in spiritual meanings that can reflect aspects of your own life and your evolutionary path. They invite us to introspection, to take a closer look inside and out. Let's dive together into this fascinating universe, unraveling layer by layer what these little beings have to tell us. The first and most prominent message that ants bring us is that of persistence and resilience. Think about it. How many times have you seen an ant carrying something much bigger than itself, a burden that seems impossible to move, without giving up, even when faced with obstacles that seem insurmountable? They fall, get up, dodge, find new routes, and continue with iron determination. If you have seen many ants in your home, the angels may be sending you a loving and powerful reminder. Don't give up. Keep going, even if the path seems hard and lonely. Your inner strength is greater than you imagine, a divine flame that never goes out. This is a clear sign that you are being encouraged to persevere in your goals, whether they are professional, personal, relationship, or spiritual. Perhaps you are at a point in your life when you feel unmotivated, tired, thinking about throwing in the towel. The ants come to whisper in your ear with the soft voice of angels that victory is near, that the finish line is right there. You just need to stay focused, have unwavering faith, and daily discipline. They teach us that every little step, no matter how small, brings us closer to our destination. Another powerful and equally important message that ants carry is that of organization and meticulous planning. Notice how they work in perfect synchrony, each one with its specific and well-defined function, contributing to the well-being and prosperity of the entire colony. There is no chaos, no waste of energy. Everything is calculated and planned. If your home is being visited by ants, the angels may be suggesting, very gently, that it is time for you to better organize your life, your thoughts, your emotions, your finances, or your projects. Perhaps there is a certain chaos installed in some area that needs your urgent attention, a tangle of ideas or tasks that is draining your vital energy. It is a loving invitation for you to create a more solid structure, a clear and objective plan of action to achieve your dreams. Organization is not just about tidying up drawers or cleaning the physical house. It is fundamentally about aligning your inner energy, your intentions, and your actions so that they flow more harmoniously and effectively. When we organize our inner world, the outer world is reflected in this order. Think about it. How is the organization of your dreams? Do you have a plan for them? And what about community and teamwork? Ants are consummate masters of this art. They live in complex and highly developed societies where cooperation, interdependence, and a sense of belonging are the key to everyone's survival and prosperity. No ant works just for itself. It works for the common good. If you have noticed, the insistent presence of ants, the angels may be calling your attention to your interpersonal relationships. Are you connecting enough with your family, friends, co-workers, or your spiritual community? Have you sought support when you need it? Or have you isolated yourself in times of difficulty? Have you offered your help, your shoulder to cry on, to those around you in need? This is a profound reminder that we are social beings, intrinsically connected to each other, and that the strength of unity is unbeatable, capable of moving mountains. Perhaps it is time to strengthen bonds that have loosened over time, to forgive old hurts that still weigh on your heart, to reconnect with those you love and who love you, or to seek out a group, a tribe, that shares your deepest ideals and values. The energy of community is a balm for the soul, a safe haven amidst the storms of life. We, here at the Portal of Divine Angels, are one of these communities, a family of light. But there is more, much more to be discovered. Ants also symbolize abundance and divine provision. They work tirelessly, day after day, to collect and store food, ensuring that the colony has enough for times of scarcity, for the harsh winters. They trust in the cycle of nature and its ability to provide. If ants are appearing in your home, especially if they are carrying crumbs or small pieces of food, it may be an auspicious sign that abundance is on the way or that you need to trust more in divine provision, in the generosity of the universe. The angels are telling you not to worry excessively about the future, to release anxiety about having and lacking, because your most genuine needs will be met, often in unexpected and miraculous ways. It is an invitation for you to cultivate sincere gratitude for what you already have, for every small blessing in your life, and to open your heart and mind to receive even more. Believe with all your being that the universe is generous and that you are worthy of every blessing, every prosperity, in every area of your life. The key is to feel abundant now with what you have. Now, a curiosity pill to sharpen your perception even further. Did you know that, in some ancient cultures and shamanic traditions, ants were considered guardians of hidden treasures and occult knowledge, being associated with patience, diligence, and the ability to find what is lost? This reinforces the idea that they are much more than they appear, carrying with them an ancestral wisdom, a connection with the mysteries of the earth, which can be accessed by those who are willing to look beyond the obvious, to listen with their hearts. They remind us that the greatest treasures are not always material, but rather the learnings and virtues that we cultivate. What if the ants are in large numbers, or in unusual places in your home? This can have an even more specific and targeted meaning. If they are invading your kitchen, for example, it could be a sign that you need to pay more attention to your nutrition, not just physical nutrition, what you eat, but also your emotional and spiritual nutrition. What have you been feeding your soul lately? What thoughts, feelings, and information have you been consuming? If the ants appear insistently in your bedroom, your sanctuary of rest and intimacy, it could be an invitation for you to look more carefully at your dreams, your most intimate desires, and how you are working or not to fulfill them. Perhaps it is a call for more introspection or to take care of the energy of your sacred space. If they appear in your workplace or study, the message could be related to your career, your projects, the need for more focus or collaboration. Every detail matters when the angels are communicating with us. They are masters in the art of subtlety and symbolic precision. To illustrate the transformative power of these angelic messages brought by ants, I would like to share with you a true story, an experience that deeply touched the hearts of our family of light here at the Portal of the Divine Angels. I met a lovely lady, let's call her Dona Clara, a woman in her 60s who was going through a time of great discouragement and apathy. She had dedicated most of her life to raising her children and caring for her family. With her children now grown and going their own way, Dona Clara began to feel an immense emptiness, a sense of uselessness, a painful lack of purpose. It was then that she began to notice an unusual number of ants in her house, especially in the small utility room where, dusty and forgotten, she kept her craft supplies, a hobby she had loved in her youth but had abandoned many years ago due to the demands of life. At first, she was simply bothered by the insects and tried to eliminate them in every way she could. But after watching one of our videos here on the channel, which talked about the signs of nature, something awakened in her consciousness. She began to reflect on the possibility of there being a message there for her. Dona Clara vividly remembered how the ants were persistent in their trails and incredibly organized in their work. She felt a strong intuition, an inner calling, that this was a clear sign for her to return to something important that she had left aside, something that made her heart vibrate. She then decided, with new enthusiasm, to organize her craft corner, which was in total disarray, a reflection of her inner state. As she tidied up boxes, cleaned shelves, and unwrapped memories, she found old, unfinished projects, materials that she no longer remembered she had, and, most importantly, she rediscovered a dormant passion, a joy that she thought she had lost forever. The ants seemed to guide her, appearing in every corner that needed her attention, like little arrows showing the way. She began to create again, timidly at first, just for herself, as a form of therapy. Later, she began to give gifts to friends and family who were delighted with her talent. Soon, orders began to come in, and she found herself selling her pieces. The ant's tireless persistence inspired her not to give up, even when her first pieces didn't come out perfect or when sales were low. The methodical organization of the little workers helped her plan her creations, manage her materials, and even organize her finances. And the message of community, so present in the ants' lives, encouraged her to participate in local craft fairs, where she made new friends, shared experiences, and found a new and vibrant purpose for her life. For Dona Clara, the ants were true angelic messengers who lifted her out of deep discouragement and guided her to a new phase of abundance, joy, and personal fulfillment. This is living social proof that these signs are real, powerful, and deeply transformative when we are open to receiving them and interpreting them with our hearts. Now, I invite you to reflect sincerely and deeply. Which of these messages brought by the ants resonates most intensely with you at this exact moment in your journey? Is it the persistence that you need to cultivate to achieve an important goal? Is it the organization that needs to be implemented in some area of your life to bring more clarity and fluidity? Is it the connection with your community, with your loved ones, that needs to be strengthened and nurtured? Or is it the trust in abundance and divine provision that you need to develop to live with more lightness and faith? The angels are always guiding us, whispering guidance through the most varied signs. It is up to us to be attentive, with the senses of the soul awakened, to perceive and welcome their loving messages. To apply this heavenly message to your daily life in a practical and transformative way, I suggest a little connection exercise. If you have been seeing ants in your home, or if they have started to appear, observe them with new eyes, with curiosity and reverence. Instead of getting angry or simply trying to eliminate them, stop for a moment, breathe deeply, and ask yourself, silently, "Dear angels, what message are you trying to send me through these small and diligent beings?" Write down your intuitions, the thoughts and feelings that arise, without judgment. Then choose one of the main messages we discussed. Today, persistence, organization, community, or abundance. The one that most touched your heart or that seems most relevant to your current situation. Think of a small, tiny action that you can take today or in the coming days to apply this lesson to your life. It could be something as simple as organizing a messy drawer, sending a loving message to a friend you haven't spoken to in a while, dedicating 15 uninterrupted minutes to a personal project you've been putting off, or making a small donation to someone in need. Remember, small actions, when done with pure intention and heightened awareness, generate great and wonderful transformations in our reality. It's the butterfly effect of the soul. Always remember, dear being of light, that you are part of something much greater, of our beloved family of light here at the portal of the divine angels, of a divine circle of souls seeking spiritual growth, healing, and connection with the sacred. The presence of ants in your home, or any other sign that the universe sends you, is a constant and loving reminder that you are not alone on your journey, no matter how challenging it may seem at times. The angels are always by your side, walking with you, sending you signs, inspiration, and unconditional support. Feel this energy of belonging, this web of light that unites us, this reciprocity of love and light that flows between us and the celestial plane. Allow yourself to be cared for and guided. If this video touched your heart in any way, if it brought you new insight or a new perspective on the little things in life and their great meanings, please leave a like. Your like is more than just a simple click. It is a form of gratitude, an acknowledgement of the message received, and it helps immensely to spread this divine light to more and more people who may be in need of this guidance at this very moment. And if you have had any significant experience with signs from nature, especially with the presence of ants in your home, and how this connected with your life, with your challenges and learnings, share your story with us in the comments below. We would love to read and learn from your experiences. Your story can be the spark of inspiration and the balm of strengthening faith for many other members of our beloved community. Together, we co-create a space for sharing and growth. To conclude this enlightened conversation, I want you to keep in your heart the certainty that life is a constant and wonderful learning experience, and each being, no matter how small or simple, can bring us a valuable lesson, a gift from the Creator. Ants, with their silent wisdom and exemplary dedication, teach us that true greatness lies in the simplicity of gestures, in unwavering persistence in the face of adversity, and in the incomparable strength of unity and cooperation. The angels want you to know, with all clarity, that you are immensely capable of overcoming any challenge that comes your way, of organizing your life in a way that manifests your deepest dreams, and of truly connecting with the love, joy, and abundance that the universe has in store for you. Trust the signs, trust your divine intuition. It is the voice of the angels within you. And above all, trust the celestial guidance that is always available, at all times, to all those who open their hearts to receive it. May the radiant light of the angels illuminate each of your steps. May the wisdom of the little ants inspire your actions. And may you continue to unravel the mysteries and beauties of life with an open, curious heart overflowing with faith. Thank you very much for your luminous presence, for dedicating your time to be here with us, for being part of this egregore of love that is the portal of the divine angels. Your presence is a blessing and enriches our journey. Until our next meeting of light and learning, may the deepest peace and serenity of the angels be with you, today and always. Gratitude.